Hi guys, so today we're in St. Ruane's old cemetery and it's not very accessible. You have to get a key from inside of the church. You can't even really see it from the roadside, but we got a key anyway and we'll take a look. I was told there's a war grave and we'll find that too, please God. So here anyway we can see some markers. We have this iron one and that seems to be sinking into the ground as well. We have a couple here as well. This is Margaret Pierce, who died the 31st of July 1916, and she was 56 when she died. We have another one here that I missed, so I'll go back. Erected by Patrick Maddock. I might see if the torch will pick it up. In memory of his son Nicholas Maddock, who died January the 3rd 1876, and he was just 25. And it says also his daughter Eliza Maddock, who died March the 21st or the 24th 1875, aged 19. So they died the same year, just a few months apart, and both very young. Eliza was 19, and also his son William. He died in June the 12th, 1886, and he was 21. So a brother and sister who died in the same year at very, very young ages, and a number of years later, another son. That's very sad. And there's the ruins of St. Ruane's church there. Nothing on that. Or died. It's all rusted away. No. We have a number of these iron ones. (1905), aged 45 there. I think it's Pierce, maybe Margaret Pierce, Margaret and Pierce. So I think that would have been a monument, possibly like one of those, the crosses that are there. And actually, fairly quick in, we find this headstone, and somebody has left a coin on it and has the lovely harp. The Royal Irish Regiment, 7526 Private D. Canty, Royal Irish Regiment, 8th of May 1916, and he was just 28. And it looks like someone has left a stone as well. So it's always sad to see our young men and women who have, I suppose, given their life up to fight for Ireland. At 28, it's very young. And we've more iron crosses. But it seems to me that they are trying to do some sort of restoration on the grounds. There's a new pathway. This looks like it's John. Now, it's It's very bright today, but we might be able to pick it up. June the 20th, 1903, and he was 89. And it's John Pitt. Also his wife Margaret. She was 56 when she died in 1875, and their son is there as well, Thomas, 1897. He was 45. So they all died quite young. Nothing on that one, unfortunately, but that does look like one of the ones from maybe the rebellion years. Nothing on that one. I see this one. I do see. Sarah O'Connor. She was 60 when she died. 1790. And you'd always kind of notice these old graves, these headstones, and kind of the year is always around 1790, 1798 time. So around the rebellion time or just before it. Peter Stafford here, 1817 I think it is. His wife Catherine, 19 something, and his son 1897. Oh, I think his wife died 1839 and his son 1917. There's a daughter-in-law there as well, and I think that's Catherine. 1945, his son's William. There's a 1795 here. Sorry now. This is 1795. John Kelly. He was 46. I hope you can pick that up. 1795 there. And also, I think it's his son, Patrick Kelly, 1808. He was 56, I think that says there. So John Kelly, 1795. Anything on this one? 1865. Senate. And also Alice Breen, who died June 15, 1879. Margaret Breen, alias Senate, 1865. We have an 1869 in this one. And this is John. '61 and 1862 there. And there's Thomas as well. This torch is probably really no good when it's so sunny. Thomas was only 7 when he died, and James, who died October 4th, 1846, aged 5 as well. Oh wow. And his daughter Eliza, I think that is, aged 12 in 1876. So 3 very young children. So we have to be very careful. That's St. Ruane's new church there. No writing on that one. So I've just had to hop in over the little rail there. There's no gate. This is erected by John J. Is it Murray or Murphy? Of Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. It's actually spelt incorrectly. In loving memory of his daughter. And she died in Wexford, aged just 10 in 1879. Also his son, Martin, and he died in 1881, aged just 3. And also there's I think it's Martin Murphy, who died March, aged 70, 1899. So the Murphys were from this area, and a lot of them moved to Buenos Aires and worked over there. Would often come back to visit family here in Kilran. So it's quite a nice connection there. So I've just come back to this one here, see if we can read it. And it's Catherine Whitty, alias Culleton. She died in 1860 there, and she was 77. There's no writing on that one, but these are readable enough. There's a Mary Whitty here, and there's a Nicholas Whitty, 79. There's an aged 84 years. Is there a date? There's a 79. Also 2 of her grandchildren. 18, Martin. I don't see a date, but this is the Whittys anyway. And this has fallen over from somewhere, but we'll leave it back here. And this looks like Patrick Whitty, and there's an 1860 there, and it's all kind of broken up. But as I said, they are, it looks like they are starting to repair the grounds, and they've put down a few paths, and I'm sure there's more work to be done. This is Mary Stafford, wife to Nicholas Stafford of Wexford, 1798, aged 38. And that's in good condition. And as I said, there's lots here that date before 1798 rebellion, and we found a few along the way in memory of James O'Neill. Kilran died April the 4th, 1843, aged just 18. And it says his daughter Mary died April 8, 1816, aged 18. And his son Thomas died April 2nd, 1858, aged, it looks like 28. And his wife then, Ellen O'Neill, died May 31st, 1869, and she was 76. So this one is leaning over a good bit. And we have this one has got new gravel on it, and that would have been the top of it there. So I think this is work in progress. In loving memory of Arthur Roach, Kilran, He died when he was 56 in 1895, and his wife was there as well. And it looks like she died in 1905, aged 64, and her daughter then, Bridget. She was 34 when she died. So these are the new pets that I was referring to. I just see another one here that looks like it's in good condition. This stone was erected by Margaret Redmond in memory of her husband Nicholas Redmond, who departed this life July 1833, aged 65. Also 2 of their grandchildren. Margaret Redmond died March 1821, aged just 7. And 7 years Margaret Redmond died the 21st of February 1830, aged just 13. So 2 of their grandchildren both died very young. So I'm going to have a look over at the other side. But before I do, pray for the repose of the soul of John P. Todd, who died August the 10th, 1903, aged 60. We have a little cross here on the headstone. So we see lots of gravel and obviously lots of work going on. Look at the back of this one. Something Christian's dear. One Pather Ave from you we crave, for the repose of the soul of us that lie in this some silent grave, maybe. But that's a lovely verse with a cross. And we'll see what the other side reads. And unfortunately that is completely gone at this stage. And this one is leaning to the side, but just on the side here we've Walter Hayes, died March 1866, age 85. Margaret Hayes, nee Dillon, died 1853, and she was 76. So we've loads of little markers here, and they've been cemented in. And we come to this part, which is a little bit easier to get around. Erected to the memory of Elizabeth, I think it is, Elizabeth O'Connor Furlong. She was 70 when she died, but the date is gone. That would have been really nice. And we have a tomb here, and then you can see in the background the last wall that's standing of St. Ruane's church. There's this little small one. Here rests Mary Millen, maybe. It's very hard to read, it's very old. Departed the life the 14th, 1798, and a lot of this has broken away and it's very fragile, so some of the writing is just withered away with it. We've more of those markers and more here. This one has completely toppled over, so I hope they will get around to fixing those. And we've some little crosses, a little tiny one there. This is in memory of Jane Moran, 1907, aged 68. Her husband Patrick, he died in 1914, aged 72, and her son 1931 it looks like, and then their daughter is there as well, 1938 I think. And we've this tiny little one right in at the corner. There's a nice design there up top. For your charity, pray for the soul of Bartholomew Doyle, who died 2nd of January 1814, and he was 75. So that one has survived. We have the railed one there, but no way of getting into that one either. There's an 1814 here and a Margaret Fortune. She was 67, and the son then, I think, Pat Fortune maybe, he was 76 in 1838, and that one is broke as well. So just at the side of the railed one, there's two tombs. This one is 1827. Here lieth the body of John Moran of Kilran, who departed this life February the 8th, 1827. He was 75, and also the body of his wife Jane. She died January the 27th, 1830. She was 76. We have Richard Moran here as well. 1822, aged 80, and his son John, 1855, aged 68, and his daughter Anastasia, 1857, aged 70. And Philip is there as well. And everything else, it's broken there. There's an 1866 at the bottom. And just here by my feet, we have this little tiny cross that is completely broken away, and someone did at some stage try and fix it. We have lots of little louse running wild. And this is Edward Purcell. There's a what looks like 1919 maybe age. There's months there as well, so I wonder, is that 17 months? It's hard to read now with the sun, it doesn't help with the torch. Also, Edward Purcell died aged 20 something years, and also Kathleen died March 1919, I think that is. 18 months it looks like. That's very sad, and I'm just going to pop that back where it was found, and hopefully someone will come along and fix that and put it back up. So as you can see, these are all markers, and what it looks like they're doing is cementing them down and possibly to sow grass over them again then eventually. This one then is for John O'Connor, who departed his life, or this life, September the 22nd, 1770, and he was 33 when he died. Lord have mercy on his soul. Also 4 of his grandchildren, and also his son Martin. And John looks like he's, I don't know whether John is O'Connor, but Martin is Connor anyway, and departed this life. He was 40, he died in 1802 here, and then he was aged, it could be 40 years old. So that's a very old one, 1770, and he was 33. So guys, that's all for today from St. Ruane's Church, and maybe we'll visit again when they have finished the repairs that they have started to do. And just thanks to the lady that lives next door here that was obliging enough to come in and give us the key to enter here in this very old cemetery. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care, and God bless.